Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Chow with Lau, and today I'm going to show you how to make my version of king prawn Foo Yung. Get your woks ready. So for this recipe, it's going to feed two people. You're going to need 250 grams of king prawns. Get the best ones you can. If you need to devein them and deshell them, of course, do that. To this, I'm also going to add half a finely sliced pepper and about a quarter of finely diced onion. Don't want to overpower it. That's optional. I know some people don't like onion in dishes like this, so if you don't want it, leave it out. You want about 50 grams of bean sprouts. 50 grams doesn't sound very much, but it's actually quite a lot because each individual bean sprout weighs like a tenth of a gram or something ridiculous like that. I'm also going to put some mushrooms in here. 2 mushrooms I've got here finely sliced. I want them to cook really quickly this time because this dish comes together very, very quickly. And finally, but possibly most importantly, you're going to need 6 large free-range eggs. Now 6 may sound quite a lot, but obviously being an egg Foo Yung, you need a lot of eggs, okay? Because when you fry these things, they tend to kind of not be as much as you might anticipate. How many times have you made a scrambled egg sandwich and you've used maybe 1 egg thinking you get away with it and it doesn't cover the whole of the slice of bread? That's rubbish, isn't it? Very disappointing. So with this one, we are going to be very generous with the eggs. I mean, after all, what is an egg Foo Yung without eggs? Well, it's a Foo Yung. And what is a Foo Yung on its own? I actually have no idea. You're asking the wrong person, but it's an egg Foo Yung. Use 6 eggs. Time to whisk the eggs. Right guys, flame on. We're going to need about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Okay, remember, cooking oil, not sesame oil. Sesame oil is for flavour and will burn, a bit like you wouldn't cook with olive oil. So get that nice and hot. We're going to add in order of how long it takes to cook. The longer it takes to cook, the first you put it in so everything catches up, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put the peppers in first. We don't need to overcook everything here. We're just going to have it still nice and crisp when we bite into this. We don't really want soggy peppers or anything like that now, do we? But they do take a little bit longer to cook than everything else. And then I'm going to put in my onions, which of course are optional, remember, but I like them. Get them going. Okay, to that we're going to add our mushrooms. Okay. As we put more ingredients in the pan or the wok, we can put the heat up a little bit. This isn't quite the same as normal Chinese stir frying because obviously when we put the egg in, we're not really using the same intense heat because otherwise you'll just burn the egg straight away and it'll stick, which won't be very good at all. Okay, so in go our bean sprouts. And bean sprouts you can get from most supermarkets now. But if you can't find them, then your local Chinese or Asian supermarket will definitely have them. Okay, looking good. Okay, excellent. In with the king prawns. King prawns don't take a lot to cook, okay? And we don't want to overcook it. So as soon as they're in, right now, I'm going to add my egg, give it a final little beat and then pour that in. Okay, and then we just sort of gently folding and mixing. As the egg cooks, so will the king prawns. Okay, now once you've got it all stirred in like this, now we can add a good sprinkle of salt and pepper. Okay, a little bit more salt, I think. There we go. Right. And what I love about this dish is it's just a really simple dish. It's kind of, you know, apart from the kind of sticky gooiness of the egg, it's a fresh dish with all the vegetables. Okay. Can you see how, even though we've got 6 eggs in here, it's only just enough, really. Look at that. Oh, nice. And just try to kind of scrape along the bottom so we're not sticking the egg to the pan. And just another minute or so and we're nearly there. And you get the characteristic kind of little pieces of egg rather than an omelette. There is a Chinese way of doing an omelette, actually, which my mum does a lot. I'm going to have to get her to teach me the technique, and then I can show you guys. To be fair, a lot of these recipes originate from my mum and my grandfather through their work as chefs in restaurants and takeaways. So I have a lot to thank them for, and if you enjoy my videos, so have you. My mum is retired now, but I want to actually go and film her doing more traditional stuff, because I see a lot of people wanting me to do stuff like that, but traditional Chinese food isn't my forte, but I'd really like my mum to get involved and do that anyway. Right, before I talk too much and this gets overdone, that is it. Literally what, 2-3 minutes? Alright guys, moment of truth. Get your taste buds ready. You probably can't see that. The prawns are beautifully cooked. Just done. Perfect. Sweet. And it goes well with the egg. And get some veggies as well. Bean sprouts are still crunchy. Peppers are still crunchy. Just the right amount of seasoning. Yeah. I think Foo Yung is one of those really underestimated dishes. Because when you go into a restaurant or a takeaway, you don't kind of want egg, do you? But I swear, it's just really, really just so satisfying. Also healthy, because there's only a little bit of oil in there and everything else is basically good for you. And who doesn't like a king prawn? So yeah, try it guys. If you're in a rush, really easy to make. Very quick and light. It doesn't kind of weigh you down. It's not that heavy because the egg is kind of nicely beaten, split up into little chunks, which is nice. It's not like eating an omelette, which is a little bit heavier. And obviously when you kind of intersperse it with these veggies, it makes it really, gives it that crunch, gives it that kind of, just breaks it up. It's really nice. Okay, so I advise you to try it. Let me know how you get on. Leave us a like if you've liked this video, and a comment, and see what other videos you want me to make, and I shall do my best to satisfy your requirements. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Satisfy your requirements.